AI Director is a brand new and completely free feature aimed at beginners or anyone that hates editing. It lets you get your 360 videos automatically edited with zero effort, all while your camera is plugged in and on charge. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how AI Director works, as well as give you 10 tips to help you get the most of those hands-off automated edits. But we won't stop there, because once you're comfortable with the AI doing the majority of the work, I'll also show you how you can start making small, easy tweaks to customize the results. And this is good if you ever want to take more control of your edits and make small changes. So here's how AI Director works. Firstly, you must turn this feature on in the camera menu. And you can do this either before you start recording if you want the AI to start generating the video earlier, or you can turn it on after you finish recording. But most importantly, you turn it on before you put the camera on charge. And there are two options in the menu: battery life optimized, which processes the footage when the camera is on charge, and efficiency mode, where the videos will be processed more quickly and they will start to process while you are recording. Once selected, you'll see this icon on the screen here, and then you just get on and record your day as normal. Later, when you put the camera on charge, the AI will recognize the highlights and select the best frame and the best clips and analyze the footage to create a final video. And all of this happens while you sit back and relax. Even without these tips I'm about to give you, AI Director does a really good job. And if you're the type of person that usually lets your footage just sit on a memory card unedited for months and months at a time, then this new feature edits your footage for you straight away. Now, the AI in these cameras is really powerful, but the AI doesn't always know what you're trying to create and what you're trying to do. These tips aren't here to give you more work to do. They're here to help you feed the AI with the right material, so hopefully it gets it right first time. And this keeps the whole process truly effortless. And in fact, tip number 7 will mean that you'll do less work even when you record. So this is less effort, so that's an even bigger bonus. So tip number 1 is know what you want before hitting record. So don't faff around with the camera on a selfie stick. Have a clear intention for everything you film. Attach the camera, know where you're going to place it, press record, get the shot right, and then stop recording. So far in my testing, the AI has been really good at getting rid of the start and the finish of the shot. You know, those moments where your hands are fiddling with the camera because you've just pressed record. But to make your shots even cleaner, you can use some hands-free recording triggers. So you could use voice control or gesture control or a remote to start and stop recording. And this way you never capture yourself reaching for the lens to start and stop recording or just standing awkwardly close to the camera. Tip 2 is keep the filming logical and try and tell a story. The AI edits in a chronological order, so in the order that you record the footage. So don't film an intro shot like "Welcome to the Zoo" at the end of the day. Film it at the beginning of the day, because otherwise it might end up as the final shot in your video. Tip 3 is stick to action and movement. One way that the AI Director recognizes highlights is that it thrives on dynamic movement. So keep shots focused on moments where you or the camera are moving. This doesn't mean moving the camera around like crazy on a selfie stick. It just means that standing still is not as good as a shot of you walking or being on a car, train, kayak, or whatever that thing is that you're doing. Just make things interesting. This tip is essential, and that's to give the AI 360-degree flexibility. So what do I mean by this? Well, the AI doesn't know what you want from a shot, so try and use shots where no matter which way the AI reframes it in either direction, so selfie or forward POV shot, it is a usable and compelling shot that will work in your video. The AI Director is trained on more than 10,000 hours of footage and real-world scenarios, so you can afford to be a little bit adventurous with your shots. I walked alongside this lake hoping the AI would give me a tunnel-type inverted planet shot, and it did exactly that. So it will surprise you how good it is. You can record clips of any length from 5 to 10 seconds up to a maximum of 30 minutes. But in order for the AI Director to create a final video, your entire footage for the day has to be at least 1 minute. I found that if you record moving shots for at least 10 to 20 seconds, then this just gives the AI more choice. And mix up your shooting modes. Give the algorithm a variety of shot types to keep the final edits dynamic. You can choose between 360 video, pure video, time shift, time lapse, flat video mode, which is the single lens mode, as well as Insta360 2.0. The AI doesn't recognize bullet time, Dolby Vision, iLog, or slow motion. And it's not really designed to include specific audio like talking to camera in the final video. It's really only for ambient sound. The other thing is, if you want to record a time shift shot, for example, don't just record in standard video for 15 minutes and just hope that the AI will convert it to a time shift. Actually select the time shift mode, if that's the mode you want. Tip 7, this is the one I talked about earlier that saves you time when you are recording. And this is, don't spend too long on one activity. Keep your clips concise so that the edit maintains momentum. So remember, shooting this way is a little bit of a different mindset. You don't need 6 shots of the same thing so that you can choose which one to use afterwards. Shoot it once and let the AI choose that shot, and then it will become part of your final video. And in my tests, if you shoot the same shot twice, then the chances are it will appear twice in your final video. And this is generally a better approach anyway, because it's less effort and it gives you a better result. Tip 8 is, don't record long static shots. You don't need to spend 30 seconds in front of a static sign for a shot that's going to end up with 2 seconds of screen time. So for a sign or something that's less dynamic, just record for 5 seconds. Tip 9 is, avoid jumping between unrelated subjects and unrelated scenes, and avoid those random filler shots, because they may just end up in your final video. Things that are grouped together in the same recording session throughout the day end up becoming one video. So for example, you have a day out kayaking like I did, and then you decide to get a random shot of your dog. This will end up in your video, which you may want, but it's just something to consider. Tip 10 is, don't record junk footage. In my testing, I purposely shot with the lens cap on and also with my hand around the camera, and the AI didn't include these shots. However, to be safe and to avoid ruining your final edit, if there are some shots that you know are a bit trash, then just delete them. You can do this from your camera, and this way they won't even reach the AI processing stage. But if you do end up getting some shots that you're not entirely happy with, then in a minute I'll show you how you can remove them or change them. So after your day's filming, you put the camera on charge, and then it will flash up with a text saying AI footage detected. You can then check the status of the processing by pressing the screen while it's charging. When you first use this, you have to be patient. Just because the camera says it's completely charged, it doesn't mean that your video will be finished. If necessary, sometimes you have to leave your camera plugged in overnight, but this whole AI processing will become quicker with future updates. You can look in the app to see if the video has been processed, and you'll see it under AI Director in the album section. And for peace of mind, don't panic because your raw footage is never deleted. It will remain on your microSD card. If you're using iOS, then make sure to allow notification permissions for the Insta360 app and ensure location permissions are set to always. And you'll then get a notification pinged to your phone when the AI has finished processing your video. The AI isn't perfect and it won't do a better job than if you edited your videos manually, but it does do a very good job. As you become more experienced though, you'll start to notice that some of your AI Director edits are a little bit better than others, and you'll be wanting to make some small adjustments. And this is a great way to start learning some editing basics, and it's really easy to do. The first really easy change is that you can switch the template that the AI uses. And currently you can choose from more than 75 templates listed under different categories. So summer, travel, vlog, etc. And this is the easiest and fastest way to get the AI to give you an alternative edit. And for some templates you can select footage length, and this will change the length of your completed video, and you can choose from 30 seconds up to 3 minutes. But this will depend on which template you use and how much footage you've recorded in the first place. So the other change that you may want to make is switching the aspect ratio. So select simple edit, and then at the top you can switch between 16:9, 9:16 and 1:1. If you have a clip that you would like to adjust, then select Quick Edit, and then you can see all of the clips that make up that final video. So for this clip, the AI has captured me while I'm taking my seat in the kayak, and I'd rather it was after that, so we are actually moving in the kayak, so the shot is more interesting. So select the clip here, and you can then swipe along the timeline here at the bottom and adjust which part of the clip you want to use. Or you can select Replace and then select a different clip from your album. And if you want to adjust the framing of the clip, so what direction the clip is pointing in, then you can do this simply by swiping your finger on the screen. The quick edit feature is a great add-on, but remember that the idea of AI Director is that it's a hands-off editing workflow. So if you find yourself spending way too much time playing around with the edits, it kind of defeats the object. The original audio on the edits are muted by default, but you can turn them back on here by selecting volume, and then you can adjust the volume and select the tick icon. And this only applies to this particular clip. So if you want to hear the volume from all of your clips, then you can select Apply to All here. You can download your memory clips to your phone by selecting Save, and then select Custom here, and this will give you the best quality download. So select the highest resolution and the highest bitrate. And the highest you can choose is currently 1440 with a 150 bitrate. The AI Director algorithm is very complex, so even if you implement all of the tips that we've talked about, there isn't a 100% guarantee that you'll get what you want, but it should help a lot to improve your videos. It's important to remember that AI Director isn't about getting the best edits ever or replacing creativity. It's about removing the tedious friction of 360 editing and reframing for beginners. And it means for those of you that would never edit and you'd have hours of footage just sat on a memory card, well now you'll easily and quickly be able to automatically create videos of your days out. I've had so many positive comments about AI Director, and for some of you this might be the one reason that prompts you to go and buy the X6. I've left a link in the description, and remember to use my affiliate link because you'll get a replacement lens kit completely free. You can watch this video next for more X6 tips, and I'll see you over there.